Okay, I'm going to show you how to divide without having to multiply. In other words, I'm going to use only addition and subtraction to divide, even if it's a large number. So what I've done off of the side here is I've made a list of 9 numbers, circle 1 through 9, and it's important that you circle those, and I'll explain in a moment. You start with whatever you're dividing by as your first number on the list, and then you start adding that number each time. So 9 plus 9 is 18, 18 plus 9 is 27, and you go down the list adding 9 each time. Once you've done that, then you start with the numbers that you're going to, 2,726 divided by 9, you're starting with these numbers over here. So you can't use a 2 because you can't use any number smaller than the right hand side of your list. So we're going to go to 27. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm looking for the number that's greater than 20, that's actually 27 is exactly on this list. Okay, so 27 is what we were looking for. We actually found it. So the circle number, I write that down. The number beside that, I subtract that from what I was looking for. Okay, so 27 take away 27 is 0. Now the next number is, you write that down, is a 2. But 2 is smaller than the first number on this list, so you can't use it. So you have to, since you can't use it, you have to put a 0 and go to the next number, 6. So now I'm looking for 26. So I want the number that is the biggest without going over, so 18. So the circled number comes down here with your numbers that you were creating, and the number beside that gets subtracted, and 26 take away 18 is 8. Now, we don't have any more numbers over here to add to that, so we're finished. So my quotient is 302, and the remainder is 8. This next one, I can't use a 4, so I've got to use 2 numbers, a 48. 48 is actually on the list perfectly. We were looking for 48. Okay, so the circle number, write that down. That's going to be the numbers, the list that we're creating. And then the 48, you subtract it from what you were looking for, but that's a 0. You bring down the next, or you write down the next number beside that, a 4. But 4 is smaller than the first number on this list, so you have to put a 0 down here, and you write down the next number, 7. So now I'm talking about 47. The number the closest to that without going over is 42. The circled number comes over here with the numbers that you were creating. The number beside that, the 42, gets subtracted from what you were looking for. 47 take away 42 is 5. So my quotient is 807, and my remainder is 5. Okay, the next one, can't use a 4, it's too small, so use a 42. 42, let me write that down. I keep forgetting to write that down. 42 is on my list. It has a 6 circled. The 42 goes under what you were looking for, and you subtract. Bring down the next number, or write down the next number. A 4, that's too small, so you have to put a 0 here. You write down the next number, a 3. Okay, 43. 42 again is the smallest without going over, so the circled number is 6. You subtract the 42 from what you were looking for, the 43, and that's a 1. We still have another number, so write the 7 beside that. So now we're looking for 17. 14 is the biggest number without going over. The circled number goes beside your other numbers. The 14 gets subtracted from what you were looking for. So my quotient is 6,062, and my remainder is 3.